Hi, welcome to Simply Scrapping. Narelle here. Today I am doing embellishments for the embellishment swaps over at Ginger's Corner. Now this year we've made a change to how the swaps work, and instead of doing weekly we are now doing bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks. And January, the first one up, is white, so anything white. So you can make white flowers like I've done here, you can do snowflakes, you can do a white cat, for example, anything white. So I've decided to make white flowers because I personally use a lot of flowers, so I think other people do too, so that's what I just chose to do. Now because it's a white swap, everything doesn't have to be white. White just has to be the primary color. So as you can see on my sample flower here, I have white with the tips I've colored yellow and green leaves, but 80% or more of this swap is white, so it qualifies as a white swap, a white embellishment. So I'm going to run through how I made these. I've got piles of them here to make. I'm making 5 different lots. I don't know how many people are going to join in the Australian swap, but I have 5 ready to go, so they're quite simple to make. If I need more, I can always make more. Now the die I'm using is one from Uniquely Creative, and sorry I don't have the name of it. If I can find it, then I will pop it in the description box below. But it's one that came all together that you had to cut apart. I really don't like those type of dies because I think they're very dangerous with little bits of metal that you have to cut off that are left behind, and if I cut that little bit off, it's going to fling somewhere. No doubt I'm going to tread on it, end up with it in my foot. So I wasn't impressed that they came together like that, but I sucked it up and cut them apart and see how we go. I haven't cut myself yet on these little bits, so fingers crossed I don't. But it came with these 3 flowers, the leaf, and these 2 inside bits. That is a separate die. So it came with the 2 inner pieces as well. So I'm just using these 3, and I've cut them out in plain white cardstock. I have a whole heap of scraps, and all this is from scraps. And then the leaves I cut out of green cardstock that I had scraps. And you'll notice, if you can see over these over here, there's 2 different colored greens. This was a smaller piece of dark green cardstock, didn't have enough to cut them all out, so then I used just another piece of green. And because they're going to different people, it doesn't really matter if they are slightly different. Alright, so each flower is going to have 4 leaves, so hopefully I've cut the right amount here because I've got 3 flowers in this pile, and each person will be getting 3 flowers as their swap. And the other difference with the swaps this year around is that they don't have to be flat. You can add dimension, so go nuts with your dimensionals, your mounting foam. Just be wary though of the post, and don't make them super thick because that will add up on postage, and you do need to be mindful that, you know, we still do want to try and keep it to a large letter size and not a parcel size. Alright, so all I've done to colour these, because I thought the white was a bit plain, just white on white, so I've just got a yellow ink here with a sponge dauber, and I simply went on the ends and gave just a little shading on the ends. Now I did try to go around the edges, but they're very delicate in the middle, and I was scared that I was going to tear one when I fold it back to colour. So I'm just going to ink the ends. I think it's easier if I hold it than put it down. I seem to have a little bit more control. I can like put my finger behind the petal to keep it more stable when I sponge it. And I'm just using the edge of the sponge dauber, so I'm just getting the tips. So if you are new to the swaps at Ginger's Corner, this is the first time you're hearing about them. Ginger's Corner is run by Ginger, obviously, and she has the swaps that I've talked about, and they are international as well as in America. So the group primarily is American, but there's people in there from all over the world. So we also have swaps all over the world. There's swaps within Canada, swaps within Europe, and swaps within Australia, New Zealand. So if you are an Australianer, Oh dear, well, we're our own breed, but I don't think that's right. If you are Australian like me, or a New Zealander, and you would like to swap, jump over to Ginger's Corner and look out for the next post that goes up for the next swap. You will only be posting, if you're in Australia, you'll only be posting to Australia. If you are in New Zealand, you'll be posting to Australia, but you'll get equal swaps back of what you create. Now, if you are in New Zealand, with the post taking a little while, we do have available in the group all the themes for the year. So you can work ahead and send multiple months at a time so that you can stay ahead and we're not holding your swaps up waiting for them, or not holding, sorry, other people's swaps up waiting for yours to arrive. So I'm the captain for Australia and New Zealand, and I would love to have you join us. We have some very talented ladies in our group, and we have some amazing swaps that are created each time. So I encourage you to jump in and have a go. Now the rules are, there has to be at least 2 layers. So don't get scared by that. 2 layers could be, this is a die cut with ink on it. The ink is the second layer. That's a layer. Now, I don't think anyone would appreciate you setting just this. We want you to embellish it. So, you know, add a couple of layers of leaves like I have, or one more. Or if you just do the one, put a rhinestone or something in the middle. We want an embellished swap, not just a plain Jane swap. So it has to be 2 layers. And there's no, like Ginger says, there's no wrong way. So do what you would like to receive. So always send out swaps to the quality of what you would like to get back. And then everyone will be happy. Right, so I'm just inking these. You see it's not taking long. Now with that sample one that I made, I did put a whole heap of glue on the back to put the leaves on, and I think I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time around. Right, so what I did before was I put a great big, oh, it's actually when I get to the back, I dimensional these. So wait, hold that thought. Now I've lost my dimensionals, here we go. So I'm just going to put on a dimensional on the back. These are the Stampin' Up ones because it's what I have in stock, or what I have in my stash. But they are tiny. You can get the foam dots anywhere. And I find it hard to line these up. So I put it on, or I hold it above it so it's lined up, twist it slightly, pray for the best and pop it down. Very technical way of doing it. Again, hold it over the top, hopefully twist it. I really need new glasses, so I really can't see that well. And that's my New Year's resolution, I think. First thing I'm doing in the year, get new glasses. Because these ones are horrible. I'm never happy with them from when I got them. I don't know. I think the optometrist might have been having an off day. Because I've never really been happy with them. And that was the time that I went, I ordered 4 sets of glasses. Because I had quite a few frames. Because I like to have one in my craft room, one in my handbag, one in the kitchen when I'm cooking, and one by my bed when I'm reading. So, you know, makes sense to have 4. And I did have 4 old frames, and the first thing they said, oh, we can't put new lenses in those frames, even though, get this, all those frames were from OPSM, because I used to work for OPSM. So it's not like they are other brand glasses. They just went, no, I can't put frames in them, so I needed all new frames. Can't put new lenses in them. I need all new frames. I went, okay. So I ordered the 4 different frames. Each and every one had a problem. Oh my gosh. I think one pair they gave me back, they hadn't replaced, they had the new ones. They hadn't actually, they gave me the old set back without, what had they done? There was, no, that's right. They didn't give me the new set back because I sent hubby a few times to pick them up because they were all done at different times, mind you. Like I went on the one day and got them all, but they all came back at different times over several weeks. Anyway, and then one set I remember they gave me the old ones back, not the new ones. Another set had the screw wasn't cut short enough on the side and it was scratching the side of my face. Another one had, I think the frame broke after about a week. And the other one I think had a great big scratch in it or something. There was, every single one had a problem. And I went, well, I'm sorry that I presume you have lost my business, a long-term customer, ex-employee, and I was just disgusted. So I'm not going back to them. So I don't know, maybe they were just having a bad, I keep saying it was, you know, having a bad week, a bad month, but I don't know how many times you have to give these people grace. Anyway, right, so this, I was on about my glasses and totally forgot to tell you about the leaves. Oh my goodness. Right, so for the last leaves, I put a great big blob of glue, stuck on 2 leaves, put more glue, stuck on 2 leaves, and then put a dot on the back. And I'm not sure it's going to hold it that great. So this time I just put glue on the back of, or the front of the leaves, put them on, and then I'm going to glue this over the top to hold them there. Let's hope I put in the glue on a little bit differently on those leaves that are a little bit more stable. Because when I put the dot on the back of that one, I noticed that they wanted to move around. I had to fiddle with them, probably because there was so much glue. It was taking forever to dry. So we'll see. That looks a little bit better. And then I'm just going to finish each one off with this gold sparkle gem that I've had. I've had these in my stash for a long, long time. So I'll just make these other 2 up. And this time you'll be able to see what I mean. Just putting the glue on the bottom of the stem, popping it in the middle. And I'm doing the front of the leaf because when I turn it over, it'll be facing the right way on the flower. I love making the swaps for the pure reason, or a few reasons actually. You get a lot of variety in your embellishments because everyone is sending you something different. We might all have the same crafting tools, but we're all going to use them differently. And there's so much out there that I doubt that we're all going to have, you know, the same thing. The only time I've ever got something the same as what I created was in December for our 12 days of Christmas swap. We had a Secret Santa partner and we had a list of handmade embellishments to make for that partner. And out of the 12 embellishments I got back, only 1 was the same as what I sent my partner. And that's because it's quite a common cricket file. So it's to be expected. If you're going to use something like a cricket file, then you're going to expect to get possibly the same thing back. But it didn't worry me because it was really cute. It was a Mrs. Claus and she was really cute. So I don't mind having an extra one of them. Because when I made my embellishments for my partner, I made an extra one for me. So now I have 2 Mrs. Claus, which are cool. Alright, and there we have my white swaps for January. So that one I'll be keeping. That's my sample one. And then this is what my swap partners will be getting. 3 each of these flowers. I will have Ginger's group list linked below in the description box. So jump over and join in the fun. We also have lots of games and challenges. so there's always something going on. It's a lovely, friendly group, no drama, and I encourage you to join. Thank you so much for watching. If you've liked this video, please hit the thumbs up, give me a like and subscribe, and hit that notify bell so you know when my next video comes out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a scrap happy day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.